7:19 is your time right now.
It's time to kick it with Kenny. Good morning, Kenny.
Good morning, you guys. All right, we're talking about custom-made guitars from scratch. How do you turn this into one of those? When we come back, we're going to show you what we're talking about with the Axeman himself, Bootleg Guitars. Stay with us.
Hey, we're launching a new
Welcome back to the big
year.
show this morning. 7:23 is your time right now.
All right, let's kick it with good old Kenny Crumpton. Hey, Kenny.
Good morning, Christian Wayne. All right, we're having a lot of fun. We're here at Bootleg Guitars and Basses with the Axeman himself, Jon Hill, who's done a great job on getting his own company off the ground. Congratulations, man. Good to see you.
Thanks.
All right, we got pieces, parts over here. Let's start with what you have here, Jon. When we're talking about, when you talk about making them from scratch, you're not kidding. This is how a guitar starts.
Right, it starts with a block of wood. This is actually maple, and this is a reclaimed piece of maple we found, and I cleaned it up so you can kind of see what it looks like. A lot of people just throw this away. And then we cut it down and process it. Okay. And then it turns into
here
this.
I can see the makings of a guitar neck happening right here.
Yeah.
Okay. And then these are some really cool pieces of
yeah, these are the fretboards.
Okay.
This is maple, rosewood, and ebony.
And you'd cut that to look like this here, correct?
Right. Then we just kind of keep taking it down.
Okay.
Process. This is a neck through, neck blank, and this is for a bolt-on guitar. This is a bolt-on.
And then over here we have a little display over here. So when you would start out for the body, you'd probably get two pieces of wood like this that you'd want to use, right?
Yeah, exactly. We'll take, this is mahogany. We'll just take it rough like this. We'll clean up the edges on our joiner, and then we'll glue the pieces together. Okay. Then we get a body together like this.
And you're going to show us over here how you clean those edges up.
Right, over here we got the joiner.
Okay.
And this machine here cleans up the edge on each pass. So I'll just turn this on. It's got a cutter head on it. Like this edge here.
Yeah.
Then each pass, it takes it down, it'll clean it up a little bit, and then I'll glue those two pieces of wood together and get a body blank out of it. And that's how we make the body.
So once that happens, you'd come back over here. Once you get the wood exactly where you want it to be and to the customer specs, and this is kind of like a stencil?
Template.
A template, okay.
Yeah, we'll just trace the outside shape and go around here.
Now, I would assume, depending on what the person would want, you'd make different templates as well, is that right?
Right, we do custom guitars, so any shape we can kind of, not any shape, but there are limitations. Right. But basically we work off of classic designs and stuff, and we can kind of, with drawings, I'll show you some stuff upstairs too.
Yeah, and for the next hit, we're going to show us how kind of that creative process works.
Yeah.
And right now you're working on the bass for the
Stefan Lessard from Dave Mathews band.
Dave Mathews
this
band.
bass right here.
All right. So he'll be playing with that in a not too distant future.
Right, hopefully a week or so. They're coming out with a new album on 9/11.
Okay.
But, it's cool.
And made from scratch right here in Cleveland. Gotta love it. Jon Hill, Bootleg Guitars. When we come back, we're going to show you different, more stages on what it takes to make a custom-made guitar or a bass right here in Cleveland. All right, we're going to go back to you guys in the studio. Pretty cool stuff.
I'd say so. Wow, creative. Thank you, Kenny. All right, let's kick it with Kenny. Hey.
Bootleg, custom-made guitars and basses, from that to this to that. It's all done right here in Cleveland. We're going to talk to Jon Hill, the guy making it happen. Kicking it with Kenny. Stay with us. Good morning, everybody. We're right here in the heart of downtown Cleveland at Bootleg Guitars and Basses, hanging out with the Axeman himself, Jon Hill. Now, you can see this is some of Jon's raw stuff, some of the wood he uses to make his guitars from scratch. You can see the beginnings of a guitar neck right here, a little fretboard right here, boom, 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 and then the other pieces, parts he uses, he makes them the old-fashioned way, from scratch. That's what we showed you guys earlier. Okay, Jon, now over here, this is the Jon Hill bar napkin, but taken to the nth degree, right? This is kind of a sketch of what a customer wanted.
Right. I'll get sketches or just the product itself, and then I'll trace it and I'll reverse engineer it. I'll bring everything into my CAD program and draw it up full scale.
Okay, so this is now this is for a guy from Boston. This is a guitar you're making for a guy from Boston.
These are octave scale guitars. You were talking about that mandolin, but this is a mandolin scale, but it's strung up like a guitar, 6 strings. Wow. And these are some stuff I've been working on.
Okay, so when you get this, you'll transfer all of that over into, you know, we're the computer age now, so you'll make a CAD program, is that right?
Yeah, and you can see, let me grab the right here. Spin these around a little bit, but this is all 3D solid model stuff. And then once I get a surface that I can put some toolpath on, I'll get into the machine code stuff so the machine can cut those parts for me, and that's what this is over here.
And you'll bring that over here, so explain to everybody what this is.
Right, this is a CNC router, and runs off the computer, and I basically program it to do different operations, whether it's face milling or radiusing a fretboard. I can machine the fret slots on this router. Yeah. Right now I'm just setting up to make these necks, getting these clamp fixtures down, and then it'll just machine, you know, through each step of the process.
It'll cut right through it, and then after that happens, we have something that looks like, that'll look like this, right?
Yeah, basically. And then just flip it over, I'll machine the back. I'll do that on the router too, like this one here. Okay. So this basically
and now we can start to see that take shape.
Right, right.
Very good. All right. So when we come back, we're going to pop upstairs to the think tank and show everybody some of the projects you worked on here. Currently, this is a bass. Where we go?
Put up here, Stefan Lessard
from Dave Mathews Band, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And you're getting that ready for him right now, and he should have that in a couple of weeks, right?
Yes.
That'll be very, very cool. That's a big get for you, man. Congratulations.
Yeah, I know. He's a cool guy. I love working with him, and it's been a while.
Show him that. That's really, really good stuff. Bootleg guitars and basses right here. Jon Hill in the heart of Cleveland, putting ourselves on the map musically. All right, when we come back, we're going to go up to Jon's think tank. Kicking it with Kenny. Stay with us. Yeah, beautiful segue there, Christian Wayne. Thank you so much. Beautiful segue. You look marvelous. Yes, you do. Yeah. Okay, we're hanging out of here with Jon Hill, the Axeman of Cleveland, Bootleg custom guitars and basses. Now, we were showing you the factory portion where he puts all the stuff together, but this is, if you want to get inside the head of Jon Hill, you're even laughing at that one, aren't you?
That's a tough spot.
That's a tough call. Yeah. This is kind of your think tank area, so you have a lot of examples of stuff that goes on up here. First of all, I think this is really cool. A 13-year-old prodigy.
Dougie licks Monroe's, and he just ordered this guitar. But yeah, I get sketches like this. He drew this himself, but he puts on the features and the hardware that he wants, and then I'll take it from there and I'll draw it full scale. And these are some of the full scale sketches. This is a custom one I did.
Now, this is really cool.
For Winter Dam.
Chris, if you can come over here and you guys see all the detail on this sketch here, and then you turn that into this, which is really cool. And then you see the detail in the right here going as we get by the pickups. And this is interesting because
the switch,
and that switches that light on. That's really cool.
The Frankenstein switch. But
and then and the head here you have to be really proud of. Look at that.
Some copper finials, and my buddy Brian Gokenauer, or whatever his name is.
Okay. And
he made those for me. I made these strap buttons for me too, and then we do clear cavity covers. That's kind of our trademark. Yeah. And this is a 7-string, 26-inch scale, neck through body, pretty much top of the line.
Awesome. Okay, over here, what do we have over here?
Right, this is another design. This is we call it the Bird model, but it's based off a classic Gibson design. But I'll draw it out, I'll sketch it.
Right here.
And lay it out, and then this is the finished product for that one.
Now we see Stefan from...
Yeah, there's Stefan.
And we're making from Dave Mathews, and you're making his bass right now as we speak.
Yeah.
Which is very cool. A couple of endorsements. You got
Mark St. John from Kiss.
And the
no
thank you
with us,
and the thank you letter he wrote you at the time.
He hand wrote that letter to me. That was pretty cool. And obviously Cleveland's own Michael Stanley.
Michael Stanley, you've made guitars for him.
Good friend of mine. And then this is Scotty Hill from Skid Row.
And he has one of your custom-made guitars.
No relation, but
now what are we looking at over
here?
Guy. This is really neat.
That's Rob Ortel, airbrush artist. He works for Orange County Choppers, and he painted that for us.
Wow.
It's the American flag on natural mahogany.
You made this, and then we're looking at some...
Yeah, I did this one here. I did these. This is a Strat style we're working on.
Now, from beginning from the sketch on paper to the finished product, about how long does that take you if you can just crank it out?
You know, if I just have nothing else to work on, I could probably do it in like probably 2 or 3 weeks.
Wow. So that's still a lot of custom work. I mean, you're still doing it from scratch. Now this is the guy from Boston?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, wow. That is pretty neat. Now, explain to everybody what we're seeing here.
Well, this is a small-scale version of a 59 Les Paul, basically. And
that's really cool.
It's an octave.
Yeah.
It's not plugged in.
Right.
It works. We made the pickups. We started hand winding our own guitar pickups. And this one I made back in January. But these have been really cool with some of the jammed guys like Butch and Michael Bay. And
awesome.
Guys, yeah.
All right, Bootleg Guitars, Jon Hill right here in the heart of downtown Cleveland. Having a good time. When we come back, we're going to take kind of a look at your wall of fame over there and have somebody
cool
rip one of your guitars to see how they sound.
Gonna try.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, it should be good.
It should be good. Musicians, you know how they are. We got to wait on musicians. All right, we're going to go back to you guys in the studio.
Kenny.
All right, we are at Bootleg, custom-made guitars and basses, and as you can hear, they are sweet-sounding guitars. They're made from scratch, and we're going to look at some of the finished products and hear how well they sound. Kicking it with Kenny. Stay with us.
43 is your time right now, 75 degrees the temperature outside.
All right, speaking of guitars, we're going to toss things out to Kenny Crumpton, who's actually learning how to make them from scratch. Hey, Kenny.
Good morning. That's right, Christy. Making them from scratch right here at Bootleg Guitars in the heart of downtown Cleveland. Hanging out with the axe master himself, Jon Hill, who's been with us all morning. Thanks again, Jon. Thanks for letting us in.
Yeah, thank you guys, man. This is awesome.
Some of you guys are holding some guitars that you want to tell us little stories about. Let's start over here.
Right, this is a telly style. It's like a chambered body, kind of lightweight, good for jazz guys, and you know, just a different kind of tone.
Okay, over here again.
Rob Stevens. Got the Brojack.
From Parliament Funkadelic, right?
Yeah, Mike Hampton from Parliament played that for the rock and roll induction show, The Q.
Awesome. Okay, over here.
This is a dog bass that Michael Barrick plays. The dog for the Cleveland Dog Pound. Scallop fretboard's kind of cool.
Very good.
And that's a prototype.
All right, over here.
Tasio. This is a custom paint by Eric Oliver. He's a local airbrush guy. The back, show him the back of that one. Pretty cool.
Very nice. The first one you ever made in
Bay Village. I went to bass, you know, school systems, but I did that in 1984, my senior year of high school.
Very nice. This guitar over here, the case that you made.
Right, that's the Doppelrock double neck. It's on the beer label for Great Lakes Brewing Company, and it's me and my buddy Lou on the label, that's the guitar that was on the label.
And we have an amazing musician joining us this morning.
Yeah, this is Ben Nieves.
How you doing, Ben?
Good, how you doing?
Awesome, awesome. Some of the groups you play for, Ben?
Big Brother and the Holding Company. I play with a lot of blues and rock bands, smooth jazz bands around town.
Well, Ben, it's on you. Take it away.
Yeah.
How nice is that? Wow.
Very
good.
Good. All right. Thank you, Ben. Awesome. Bootleg guitars right here in Cleveland. And by the way, that Michael Stanley picture, that's also a bootleg guitar, too.
Wow.
Thank you so much, Ben. That was some ripping. Give him a round of applause.
He was.
He was killing it. Thank you, Ben. Thanks a lot, man. Appreciate it.
It really was nice.
Thank you, Jon.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
Awesome. lot of fun. Fox 8 News.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, we didn't hear you. Thanks, Kenny. That was very nice.
All right. 8:47 your time right now. A dubious honor for